and international.
Not the Jewish politicians. I don't blame the Jews. I think it's the Zionists, which are more of an extremist group of Jews.
And what's extremist about that?
Zionism, a state of Israel in the Middle East when there's already a people there that own the land, that are living there, and that have lived with Jews for a very long time. Yes. But with Palestinians too, and Arabs, yes. That's great, that's beautiful. And right now the population in Israel is 20% Jews and the rest are other people, other nationalities.
You've got it exactly backwards, it's 80% Jews.
I thought it was 20%. I just
was 80%.
Okay, well there's 20% that are living with them. In Iran, there's how many 100,000 Jews that live in Iran peacefully with the people? Is it 400,000?
So if Israel is 80% Jewish and 20% other,
whether or not that's true or not?
Go in and look up any statistics. Like even the most radical deniers don't claim that Israel.
There's a lot of Jews in Israel that are anti-war, actually
We're anti-war.
Anti-Gaza, taking over the land.
About 91% of Israelis in the latest poll supported Israel's actions to stop the rocket fire. So yeah, there's maybe 9%, and so there's a small minority.
I mean, there's generals in the Israeli IDF that are coming out and saying that this is all bullshit. This is based, this is not right.
Which general came in and said that?
I have it on my website.
What's your website?
I'll give you my card. You can have it, and then if you email me, I'll send you all the links. I run a website called deprogram.net. It talks about fascism in America. It talks about why is there genetically modified foods? What's up with fluoride in the water? Bovine growth hormone in the milk? What's up with aspartame? High fructose corn syrup? What are these effects on the body? How do they mess with our brain? Hitler was using fluoride in the concentration camps against the Jews, just as we're using fluoride here in the whole population. No, fluoride was one of the main ones he was using. Zyklon B was to kill people. Zyklon B was a gas to kill people, right? Fluoride was to keep the population apathetic, just like they're doing here in this country right now.
So how do you avoid that?
How do I avoid that? You filter water, you drink non-fluoridated, you take non-fluoridated toothpaste, which you can get all over the place nowadays. And it's actually becoming mainstream. There's a Fox News show about fluoride in water and how it's a big experiment and it causes fluorosis in like 50+% of the population.
Weren't you at the Barney Frank talk last year?
No.
Oh, there was somebody else who was talking about this. Okay.
But about so creating a state, they could have put the Jews in Canada. Why is it always religion is involved in all the wars?
Well, let me tell you, there's a cute story from Chaim Herzog, I believe, and they asked him, of all the places to go, why did you want to go to Israel? And he said, well, that's like saying the town is filled with little old ladies. Why do you go across the state to visit your mother?
Yeah, but then you look at...
The Jews have had a 3,500-year commitment to this land.
Then there's a timeline of the Jews who, they've been kicked out of 98 nations plus. 98 nations the Jews have been kicked out of.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Let's question it. Why?
I'm asking.
I think personally that their religion makes it hard for the population to live with them. And they're financially manipulating whatever nation that they're in. And that's what happened in Germany, where they said that they had a financial war against the Germans, and what put them in a position where they had hyperinflation, the Germans, and no other choice but to try to fight their way out of poverty.
Now this is interesting. When was hyperinflation in Germany?
1920s?
Correct. When was that headline you referred to about Judea?
1933, but it could have been connected with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
because
Zionism, Rockefellers, and the Rothschilds. I don't know if you've ever looked. Have you ever looked into the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds, the Red Shield?
The Rockefellers are Jewish?
No, they use the Zionism. They use religion to control populations.
Do you think Islam
and there's a film for your video for whoever watches this. There's a film called The Power of the Purse. Okay.
Do you think
it's a 4-hour film
is used to
that
control
talks about money controlling populations, and it goes all the way the reasons behind all the wars.
But do you think Islam
the Federal Reserve in the Great Depression, the Federal Reserve in World War II.
Do you think Islam is used to control populations?
I haven't seen the main country in the Middle East is Iran. Correct? Would you say one of the most powerful countries in the Middle East?